Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Okay. We were studying innovation and entrepreneurship, and I would also like to inform everybody that, like earlier, we used to have our classes all 6 days of the week. Now also we will continue all 6 days. Okay, so first 3 days, that is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we'll be having entrepreneurship class, and the rest 3 days would be MIS. Okay, we'll follow the old timetable. Now, we were studying innovation and entrepreneurship. So we discussed what was creativity and what was innovation. We also discussed the differences between them. Okay, so we'll just read through this and then we'll move on to the characteristics. So, creativity and innovation distinguished. The distinction between creativity and innovation is significant. Creativity is new ideas, new knowledge, new principles, whereas innovation is new things, new utilities. Okay, so the creativity part is related to the intellectual or thinking based innovation, or we can say coming up with new ideas or new concepts, but it does not have any physical existence, whereas innovation is related to the physically existing new things. Ideas have little value until they are converted into new products, services, or applications. So ideas have very little value, means they are unless and until we convert it into a physical or tangible product or a usable service, it is of no use. Okay, merely talking about ideas or concepts is of no use. Hence, innovation is the transformation of ideas, of creative ideas into useful applications. Thus, creativity is a prerequisite to innovation. Okay, so prerequisite means something that is required in advance. So for innovation, it is necessary that we firstly have a creative mind or a creative attitude. Then, if creativity is the seed that inspires entrepreneurship, innovation is the process of entrepreneurship. Okay, so seed means creativity is the initiating step, and the entire process of converting that seed into a tree or a plant is called innovation. While creativity is about the production of ideas, innovation is about the practical implementation of those ideas. Okay, so when until and unless we practically use or practically implement ideas that we have in our mind, it is not possible for us to show the utility or the usefulness of an idea to other people, or to basically to customers. It is also important to note that the innovator is not necessarily the first person to have the creative idea. Thus, one can be creative but fail to be innovative. Okay, so a lot of people can be creative, but only a few can be innovative. Difference lies in the hard work of implementing the ideas and holding them up to public critique. Public critique means to open to criticism from the general public, or basically from the customer. Now, you may have already seen that whenever there is a new product in the market, or anything new happening in the market, maybe a new movie or a new song or a new dress, or a new fashion, there would be people who appreciate it, and there would be people who are not in agreement with it, okay, who criticize it. So there will be both sections of people in the society or in the customers. So the entrepreneur has to be ready for that criticism and not take it in a wrong or a negative way. They should accept it and try to improve their product based on the criticism. Then, being adverse to risk, the entrepreneur may fail to act on these ideas. It can also be noted that in most of the countries there is no shortage of creative people, but there is shortage of innovating entrepreneurs. Okay, so creative people exist in a lot of places or a lot of countries, but no, not every creative human being or not every creative entrepreneur is innovator. Okay, so it is more important to be innovative than to be creative. Okay, but there is a shortage of innovating entrepreneurs. Creativity without action oriented follow through is unproductive. Now action oriented follow through means, um, action oriented basically deals with being based or being related to implementing your thoughts into actions, or converting your thoughts into actions. Creativity without action oriented follow through is unproductive. So only if we keep on thinking or generating ideas, it will not reap benefits, it will not earn us profit until and unless we convert those ideas into an existing product. It is wrongly believed that creativity automatically leads to innovation. In fact, for an idea to have value, it must be proven useful or be marketable and achieve their status. So, uh, a lot of people wrongly believe, means it is a wrong belief or a false belief that creativity will automatically convert itself into innovation. No, it is, these are two separate attitudes or two separate qualities that exist in a human being. Okay, so in fact, for an idea to have value, it must be proven useful or be marketable and achieve either status. um, the idea must be developed. Okay, so to be marketable means to be sold, to be able to be sold to the customers or to earn profit. It is very important to be converted into a tangible physical product or an existing service. Then, creativity without innovation is aimless, while innovation without creativity is sterile. Means both of them have to coexist. Okay, we cannot be innovative without creativity, because if you do not have the thought, if you do not have new thoughts or new ideas, you will not be able to convert it into um, products or services. And it is the other way around as well. If you have ideas and you cannot convert it into products or services, it is of no use. Okay, so moving on.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
What is the meaning of sterile?
sterile means open to vulnerability or open to damage, not productive, basically it means. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
means it is not able to produce benefits or reap us benefits, like we talked about, not being able to convert it into a tangible product or a service. Okay, so we are not able to get any benefit out of it. That is what sterile means. Okay, now then we come to the characteristics of creativity and innovation. Both the characteristics we'll study. The characteristics of creativity. Let's first study the qualities of a creative entrepreneur, and then we'll come to the characteristics. Okay, so firstly, a creative entrepreneur should be sensitive. The creative individual is sensitive to problems, needs, attitudes, and feelings of others. He has an acute awareness of anything odd, unusual, or promising in the person, material, or situation with which he is dealing. Okay, so sensitivity is important. It is a mandatory quality in a creative person, because only when we are sensitive to what is happening around us will we be able to react to it or absorb the events that are happening around us. For example, we have discussed a lot about problem solving. Okay, that entrepreneurs develop products or services based on problems that are existing in the society. So if I am insensitive to the problems that are existing in the society, I will not be able to solve them or come up with solutions or even care to think about those problems. Okay, so a creative entrepreneur has to be sensitive to what is happening around us. If anything is odd, unusual, they try to convert it into a or they try to come up with solutions that make that unusual situation normal. Then fluency. This refers to the ability to take continuous advantage of a developing situation, to use each completed step as a new advantage point from which to assess the problem and move on. Okay, so it refers to the ability to take continuous advantage of a developing situation, to use each completed step as a new advantage point from which to assess the problem and move on. Okay, so fluency means it refers to creativity being a very continuous process. Okay, once we are if we are creative, we will never stop or cease to acknowledge various problems or facts that we need to address or change, or the various problems that are existing in the society or around us that we need to judge or assess and solve. So we keep on being associated with the various problems and coming up with solutions relating to them. Then flexibility. People with high creative ability adjust quickly to new developments and changed situations. Unforeseen obstacles in a problem solving situation are often used to advantage by the creative person. Originality, flexibility, when we talk about, they try to adjust themselves to various changing scenarios, various changing circumstances, and that ability helps them to come up with solutions for obstacles that may come in their way. Okay, so people with high creative ability adjust quickly to new developments. Okay, and unforeseen obstacles in problem solving situations are often used to their advantage. So they use these problems or obstacles as an opportunity. We did study opportunity analysis, and there also we discussed that the problems in the society are seen by the entrepreneurs as an opportunity. Then originality. This refers to uncommonness or individual's responses to problematic situation. Okay, and number and diversity of solutions given. So the number of solutions given by an entrepreneur for solving a problem are the so originality refers to that we come up with our own ways of solving a problem. We do not have to learn from others. We do not have to be inspired by others or copy others. We come up with our own type of solutions and responses to various problems, and every person would come up with different every entrepreneur would come up with a different solution relating to the same problem because of originality. Then redefinition skill. They have unusual ability to rearrange ideas, concepts, people and things, to shift functions of objects and use them in new ways. Okay, so redefinition means we try to redefine, we try to reinvent or rearrange the existing ideas or ways of doing things or methods or techniques, and we try to come up with different or better ways to do those things. We discussed creative destruction at a point. Does anybody remember what creative destruction meant? We had discussed this in class. What does creative destruction mean? Tell me, what do you mean by creative destruction? Nobody knows? Okay, so creative destruction means an entrepreneur is responsible for destroying the old ways of doing things. Okay, they try to destroy the old ways or the old techniques or methods that have been followed since old times, and they try to come up with better ways of doing those same things. Okay, or creative ways of doing the same way, the very same thing. So that is what creative destruction means. Understood? Now you will remember.
Yes, ma'am.
So creative destruction would mean that we try to redefine. It is related to redefinition. We try to destroy the older ways and come up with new creative ideas. Here also we are talking about they have unusual ability to rearrange ideas, concept, people and things, to shift functions of objects and use them in new ways. Okay, then ability to synthesize. Now synthesize means to extract or to absorb from, okay, or take out from. So it refers to the ability to analyze a project component, that is getting details from the whole. So we try to synthesize or take out whatever best we can from a situation. We try to get new ideas from a problematic situation. We try to find out ways in which we can solve a problem or a situation and get benefit from it. Okay, like there are various problems existing in the society and the entrepreneur solves them while earning profits at the same time. Okay, so that is what we are referring to here. Then Coherence of organization. The ability to organize a project, express an idea, or create a design in such a way that nothing is superfluous. So, coherence of organization refers to that a creative entrepreneur should be responsible for creating an organization which is such that no part of it is out of order or out of sync from each other, like the nature of the organization, the idea that we have used, okay, the pattern of work that we are following, all should be in sync with each other, or should be synchronized with each other. They should go hand in hand. There should not be any issues or problems relating to it, okay. Then we come to characteristics of creativity. So characteristics of creativity, what do we mean, or what are the elements that we can say are included in creativity? First is thinking process. Creativity is a thought process that is concerned with using mental abilities to of an individual. Okay, so when we say that a creative person is creative, we mean that they can exercise their mind and try to come up with new ideas or concepts or various new concepts, okay, or new ways of doing something. All right, so thinking process is a very crucial part of creativity, because the mind is where new concepts or any kind of thinking takes place. Then next is innovation. Creativity is related to developing new ideas or new things. So when we say that innovation is important, so for creativity to exist, we also need innovation around us. Okay, by looking at other people's innovation, we get inspired, and are also we also try to come up with similar ways or similar new concepts. So creativity is related to developing new ideas or new things. Then pervasiveness. Creativity is a broad idea that can be used in all kinds of work. So pervasiveness refers to that we use creativity not just to come up with a business idea, but it is used even after the business is started, even after the sales have been made, before the sales have been made, for reinventing the product. So we try to we have to be creative throughout the process of our lives as an entrepreneur, because when we try to be creative, it not only refers to coming up with a project idea, we start the business, then at each step there is requirement of being creative, being imaginative, being innovative. Okay, so it is used in all kinds of work. Then imagination is also important for one to be creative, as we relate creativity with the thinking process or ideas. Imagination is also very important. Creativity is not an argument, but imagination power by which ideas are seen in things from a new perspective. Then internal motivation. Internal motivation refers to motivating or encouraging themselves or the organization from the inside. Creativity is not developed by any technique but by internal motivation to contribute. So I will be creative, or I will come up with new ideas or new ways of doing things only if I want to. Okay, if I'm not self motivated, or if I'm not interested in working, I will not try to use my mind or exercise my imagination in order to come up with anything new or creative. Then inborn quality. Although creativity is an inherent quality, it can be developed through proper training. So creativity is not just by birth. Okay, anybody can be creative. They can also learn to be creative. Okay, so it is not that a creative person, like you may have seen that in schools, and when you were in school, um, there you may be having a craft class or an SUPW class. So in that class, some students would come up with, everybody is taught the same type of craft project, but some students would do it very nicely and in a different way from others, as compared to others, and some would do it the bare minimum stuff that they need to do in order to get good marks. Okay, so it is all related to the motivation or the internal motivation that a person has in order to contribute to that initiative. Then creativity is closely related to personality and has three main elements: knowledge, intellectual ability, and attitude. So we just discussed these things. So personality is also very important. Creative person has to develop a creative personality. They have to be able to think creatively in every phase of life, in every aspect of life. Then aptitude. Creativity is not a technique or concept, but an attitude of brain. Okay, so aptitude means what your brain responds best to. Okay, now usually after graduation, students have before MBA they have an aptitude test. So aptitude test helps them to determine what their brain responds to um, best. What is the subject, or what is the working pattern, or what is the studying pattern that they are interested in, or they try to respond in the best way to. The social environment has a deep connection with the social environment of the person, where the person is born, where they are living, in what kind of society, in what kind around what kind of people they are living or growing up. It tells a huge part of their personality, because a creative person does not become creative just in a day or in a month or in a year. They have creativity is instilled in them since the very initial years of their life. Okay, then original contribution. Creativity is related to fundamental contribution of a person, which does not include the work to be done. So original contribution refers to that we try to contribute from ourselves, or we try to work hard in ourselves in order to um, contribute to the organization, or to our work, or to our enterprise. Then universalism. Every person must have some degree of creativity. So universalism refers to that creativity is not restricted to just business or design related aspects. It is something that everybody can use in every phase of life. Okay, you can be creative in your studies, you can be creative in ways in various ways to do household work. You can be creative in your business, you can be creative at your job. Okay, so it is a universal concept. Okay, so we'll stop here today, and in the next class we'll continue with the characteristics of innovation and the process of creativity. Okay, so please read through whatever we have studied today, and if there are any questions, you can ask me in the next class.